things.
Allergies and stuff.
Allergies. So I've just stopped
This
this
man's
year.
voice is so fucking.
I think.
Hello to those who do not know me. My name is Celeste, and I am the best. As to what Jackson said, because let me tell you. But no, today I will be reacting to the DaeBak Show with Eric Nam, with Jackson Wang starring. I mean, not starring. I'm sorry, guesting as a guest. I hope you all enjoy it. Make sure you all go watch it yourself. It is a very good. What It's not really. Is it an interview? I can't really say, but the conversations that are held are very good. I hope you all enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm so used to not doing this. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up a big round of applause for the incredible Jackson Wang!
I love the reaction, man. I love it when everyone's just clapping, but their face is like. I love it.
Hey, but you saw mine. I was like,
hey, man. All good. I accepted it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I stopped too, like not going crazy, just the right amount. So recently, my formula is if we go and drink fast, and I go home fast,
and you go to
and I
bed.
sleep fast.
Yeah.
If you go, Jake.
And I think after 30, I'm just starting to feel like the recovery rate.
It's slow.
If he keep mentioning the age of 30 and retiring and anything of the sort, bro, Jackson, hear me out, bro. There's nothing wrong with turning 30, bro. I need you to understand. As a fellow 32-year-old, I'm going to need you to knock that shit off. I'm going to need you to knock it off.
I mean, at the rate at which
He's so pretty.
you have to take care of.
Right, and I feel like gravity has something to do with it too, because like I feel like my face is like melting, you know. And then I'm like, maybe it's it's the time for me to get some shisu, you know, like the lifting. And I was just searching it up, you know, getting advice and everything, doing the somaji, you know, somaji.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man.
You gonna do it?
Hey, I want to clarify. It's every entertainer does it.
Every entertainer does stuff.
Right, some
and not even just entertainers. Everybody does stuff.
You think all these people, well, obviously they're born like that, but I'm saying they look flawless without anything. No.
If you do anything to your motherfucking face, my guy, it's going to be me and you. I will personally come to China and beat your ass. Personally. Do not play with me. Or any other Jackie for that matter. I say and I tell people to mind their business when it comes to you. Because you're grown as fuck, and not to tell you what to do, but this is the one thing I will not accept. I will not accept this, bro. Will not. You got me fucked up to think you gonna do something to your face. You got me fucked up.
There's actually no song that had some relationship with me. What I'm trying to say is, like, for example, 100 Ways. I have a song called 100 Ways, Blow, whatever. I feel like it's a cool concept, but it has nothing to do with me as a person. What the does Blow have to do with me as a human being? You feel me? Right, so I think it's a good performance, good concept, but what do I really want to say though? Yeah. Like, who am I? Yeah. Right, and so I just took a year off living, going to different...
The fact that he has taken the time to actually sit and use music as a means to heal and to actually look and think about what makes him, or what about making music, like what can the person say, like, oh yeah, this is definitely Jackson Wang coded kind of thing. Even though Blow in 100 Ways is definitely his thing or whatever the case may be, but he did it because it was fun. It was something to do. It was something to make, and because he felt like he should make it. But to say, like, those aren't him. I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Territories to make music.
Yeah.
And first time without stress. Living life.
Yeah.
And reflecting, you know, putting myself back together.
Yeah.
And then after a year, I
Healing.
created an album. Yeah, there were like 60 songs.
Yeah.
But I selected the essence, like the highlights, and put it into a complete album, which I'm gonna release this year. And I'm back again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're ready for it.
I don't think, hey,
we're very excited.
It was a very dark place. It was a very dark place. I think mainly is because I felt numb. And I feel like I'm always compromising. And I feel like I didn't really have healthy
Boundaries.
the right fit
Yeah.
people around me. You know?
Yeah.
And it's not saying it's a bad person or a good
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
You know, like I started to realize what reality is. Like that's when it hit. Like in every aspect, industry, right, and humanity, working with people.
Yeah.
You know, there's personal relationship and there's work. You know, like I'm not good at it. You feel me?
That's fair.
Witnessing that, and I felt like I couldn't take it anymore. Yeah.
That's fair.
Probably had to say goodbye to some people, or like bring new people in, or like all those things.
It's not a goodbye.
What was it?
Are we gonna get deep into this?
I mean, you don't have to, but look, you want to be real too, right?
I'm very real.
Yeah.
More real than your get real, man. Your get real is not really real sometimes, you feel me?
They're as real as they can be.
Right.
But no, only to the extent that you're comfortable. But I'm asking because I think, you know, you are very open about those things, and you're one of those few artists that does not have the fear of saying this is what life is.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure that's going to be reflected in this new album, and those reflections and those thoughts lyrically will come through as well. And so I was just curious, but
yeah, like for example, you know, everyone's trying to say, hey, find the perfect team, find the dream team or whatever. That's one of the things that I realized.
Who said that?
Best team. I think, like,
Jackson, put me on your team. Put me on your team. I know somebody who is I'm not trying to have them come for choice spot as far as your video director, but my girl Leia, bomb ass photographer. Need that. I need that for you. I need that for you. I need that for you. I don't know what I can do, but we can figure it out.
I got dream, you got dream, right? We happen to come together. I think it's more about, and what I realize is finding the people. You get what I mean? So I think there are a lot of open room for people to come in and do things if their intentions were bad.
Yes.
Yeah, so I witnessed all that.
yeah,
Oof.
A lot of people don't seem to understand, like, why the makeup, right? And what is Magic Man? Right,
So what is
happened?
Magic Man for people?
Wait, I'm getting to it, brother.
I'm gonna shut up.
I'm getting to it, brother. And I'm saying, and then Magic Man 2, I'm explaining that.
Got it.
And Magic Man 2 is an adjective of
A persona?
internal emotions. So everyone has, like, for example, today I meet you for the first time. I know who you are. Hey, I'm Eric. Hey, Jackson. I'm Jackson. We might get close and we might become friends, but I know you, but I don't know that. Like, who are you here?
Inside, yeah.
That is like a name for me.
Period.
That is, whoever this is for me is Magic Man.
Period.
And that was during my era of a couple of years where I saw nothing but darkness. Yeah, but I didn't want to, I always avoided it. That's why he started to rot and, you know, become who he is.
Yeah.
And I think that Magic Man 2, I'm explaining that.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the
Period.
end of Magic Man.
Got it.
At the end of, for this album.
Got it. I mean,
Right.
very, very excited to dive really into that. I think.
Yes, absolutely. Can't wait for it.
I have cue cards, but I'm like, none of this is
Hey
gonna go in
man,
order.
I beat gravity at that time.
There's nothing wrong with your face.
No. Let's see. What can we expect from this album? Like,
Yeah. So
Like,
He want his shit to be snatched, but there's nothing wrong with it.
at least for me, I think this is a self-serving album,
which is, I think all art should be
Don't
self-serving.
piss me off, dog.
right? And I feel like
High alone,
it's
And you mentioned being drunk alone and wanting to restart and all those types of things. But I imagine that's kind of your starting point of like, okay, we're getting into this deep, dark, you know? But that also takes a lot of, I don't know, I think vulnerability and courage to get
It absolutely does.
that year off. I think also knowing how hard you work and how driven you are. When I have time off, it's an incredibly stressful experience at times.
narrative based.
Got it.
And whereas the intention was making the song feel like a soundtrack to a movie. Right. So
Got
you
it.
focus on the narratives.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what, like, you are obviously a very creative person, a very ambitious
Very,
person.
very.
I'm going to expect a lot of great visuals from you as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's again, like, let me repeat, it's a self-serving album.
Yeah, I'm curious. What was that? What can we look
Expect
forward to?
Truth, man, truth. Like what I think, I think. That's for example, we're talking about industry, right? The biggest change is I don't have a manager anymore.
Yeah.
I'm my own manager.
Yeah.
And I feel like not
Period.
every artist needs potentially a manager.
And don't.
In that
Traditional way.
right.
And don't.
I just don't need that anymore. I'm not saying that every artist don't need it.
Right.
Maybe there are certain artists, hey, I'm not really sure what am I doing. Maybe you need a leader, people to guide you. I feel like I know exactly what I want to do.
Period.
I just need a team that shares a similar vision with me, and we.
Jackson, hear me out. I'm free. I don't work. If you need somebody that can dedicate time and is in your corner, is in your space, don't want nothing from you, I got you.
Together.
How do you check yourself for? I mean, this is not questioning quality, right? But this is more of. I feel like there's certain artists where they're surrounded by yes men, or yes women, yes people, or whatever. If this artist says we're doing it this way, it's just like okay, no matter what. So how do you balance and check that to make sure that, yeah, you may not need a manager, but you're always kind of on the best path for yourself, or you're like, whatever.
Great question.
That's my people. Period.
No, I think it's more. Again, like I said, there's no best solution. There's no best way of doing this stuff, right? I think it's now, I just try to keep everything as authentic as possible, right? And is this what I really want to say? Is this the visual that I believe? And, discussing internally with the team, this is what we want to do. This might not be the best ear candy or whatever, right? But it means the truth to me. And that's the standard that we have right now.
Yeah, I think at your caliber, because you travel so much and you are such a high-profile person.
Hey, don't say that, man.
It's true.
Hey, I can walk in Korea. And no one would know I'm in Korea.
Oh my goodness.
Always everywhere, and people are like, "That looks like Jackson. Is that Jackson?" He's like, "No, he's probably."
I
like,
guarantee
in
you,
Paris."
no one.
He pisses me off that he even says this.
Look, I have the same thing. There was a point where you and I, literally, we walked the streets, and I
Like, Jackson, no, you're not Beyonce, but you are definitely.
am at a point where I'm like, I kind of love it. Like, I feel like
I'm neutral about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I could be a normal person, but still have the creative output and create things that I really want to do.
That's why I'm neutral about it. I'm just like, whatever,
It is
just
what it
bring
is.
it on,
But back to my original, it's hard to have a sense of community or like a close group of friends or people that
I don't.
That was
Honestly,
going to be my question.
My WeChat, my account, my, what do you call the description? I literally say, don't text me. No, because I just don't, it's not that I'm busy. It's just I feel like I'm not, if your house is not damaged, or like if some shit is not serious, don't text me.
And you're okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I'm used to
Are there
that.
people?
And it took me a while to get used to like, hey, I'm good with myself. Stop.
Period.
Just just accept it. Yeah, so I'm good with myself right now.
Good.
Aw, love to hear it.
Completely understand that.
Right.
It feels good to hear that you're in such a good.
Space. Yep.
The album is done.
Yeah.
Company.
How does that? Because I remember there was at one point
Yeah.
where you're like, you had like 120 people. And I was like,
Yeah, man.
holy
Hey, that.
crap.
That was the nightmare that I was at. Hey, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's gone.
It's so up.
Yeah.
Yo, like, if you want to dive deep into this,
Yeah.
honestly, I can, but it's so up.
I want to know.
But it's fine. I accepted it.
Okay.
I accepted it.
I want to know.
It's so bad, bro.
You had 100 because I remember you were like, this was probably like maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, basically, long story short, I just went through this betrayal, right? Just entirely in my life. You know, and you know, like I said, I was not really good at financial and legal stuff. You know,
Yeah.
and I can't be more educated than a lawyer, especially on legal terms.
Right.
Right. But I went through all that, and what killed me internally was not the money or anything. It's not it was emotionally. I feel like, yo, if I lost something like physically, I can work my ass off and earn it back again.
Yeah.
Try my best to earn it back again.
Yeah.
But emotionally, what has been done can't be undone.
Nope.
So it took me entire year, depression, all that to get back to who I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fucking crazy. Man.
Everyone has that version.
Yeah. It's a lot of things. Yeah.
So, can you relate? Because
Yeah.
it's not what he has done, it's the fact that he did that.
Yeah, because
Or she
you
did that.
trust. You
No, Jackson. No. We're not just gonna skip over that. We're not just gonna. I'm not gonna say who it is because I already know. Well, I have an inkling of who it could be, possibly be, and the fact that he even did that is fucked up. Because not only did you trust him, but we trusted him as well to look over you and take care of you. And the fact that he couldn't even do that, fuck him. Fuck him,
You're supposed to be partners. You're supposed to be working together.
motherfucker.
And then for them to do things, you know, multiple people to have done things where they take advantage of kindness or,
Yep.
I don't know, I think of it as like, I would trust, if we're working together, like, I trust that you have the moral and ethical background to make
Yep.
the right decision.
Yep.
As I would do the same. If there's anything that I
Yep.
feel weird about, I'm like, hey, this is a little weird, like, we should fix this. But there are people who don't have that, moral core.
Unfortunately.
In a lot of ways that, you know, they might just have different values of life and different priorities.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I thought too, you know, after reflecting on all these things, I feel like a lot of time, you know, bad people don't think they're bad people.
Nope.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just like different approach. That's why I think what is important is to work with people that shares a similar vision, similar dream,
Yeah.
value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
But still, fuck them.
I feel grateful. You know, they approached and we got this deal done, and they signed me as the new creative in Nike and Jordan.
Which is insane.
Congratulations.
Amazing. But that's like such an honor and like a
I feel
cool
like
thing,
I
you know?
really appreciate because,
Yeah.
you know, for a big company like them,
Yeah.
they didn't have to,
Yeah.
right? And they could just sign like any regular deal ambassador, right? But they were willing to, they believed in my potential
Period.
and they're willing to risk it. You know,
Period.
so that's why, you know, I'm grateful for that.
So what does your role look like with Nike? I think I'm so curious to know.
It's very simple. It's very
Yeah.
simple. It's just I become, for example,
Yeah.
some events that they got to do, like some
Oh.
launch a certain campaign.
Yeah.
The creative on that, for example, landing or even landing side or creating this project,
Okay.
I would have to lead it.
Got it.
All right. And there's other aspects of if they're creating a new line, right? Then I would have to lead that line.
It must be fun.
That's absolutely fucking
It's
insane.
tiring, but it's a life that I want.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel tired. I feel very happy every day and blessed to do that.
Stop you being blessed.
I think they are, man.
You think they're ready for the truth?
I mean,
it
whether
is.
they like it or not, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It could be good, it could be bad, but
Yep.
it is what it is. You know,
Yep.
and I feel that's why, you know, even for my audience,
Yeah.
right? I really want to let them know, like, if you appreciate what my work or me as a person,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will 100% guarantee you that I am what you think you're getting. Rather than
I know.
you feel me? If for even me, you know, as a fan of certain artists or certain things, when I see like, oh, this is not what I was expecting, and like,
Oh,
this is
I s-
not. I thought I liked this person because of this,
Right.
but it turned out it's not. Then
Right.
that'll be my,
Yeah.
you know. So I just want, at least for my audience, to have.
Yeah.
Jackson, I'm gonna tell you right now. What you have seen from San Francisco to Chicago, I'm as real as they get. You hear me? I'm as real as they get. What I tell you, I'm as real as they get.
Because you can't have everything,
Yeah.
right?
I'm going through this too right now. I don't have a manager right now. And what is like a non-negotiable that you're like, because I mean, hard work and whatever, like ethics, like obviously that's basics, I feel like, right? But like when you're looking at people to join your team or that you're working with, like what is something that you're like, you have to have this kind of thing to align with you as a person?
You care about the journey and path, the vision, the art, artistry, and you believe it, you know, and you can tell, you know, a person that and you can feel.
Mm-hmm. Told y'all.
And
Yeah, empath.
I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any fears? Like I look at you.
The longest time to work on a project is not when it's launched, is the prep.
Yeah.
That's the longest time.
Yeah.
Right? Every little detail, you know, layers by layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like editing.
You know, a lot of people think, you know, that's some that, you know, people, I feel like, I'm not complaining, but, you know, people don't see as much as, they don't know a lot of stuff is directed or produced and written by me.
Yeah.
They think, oh, artists, you gotta like, hey, 3 million people working for you, you know, you should do this. What team did you use? Obviously, yes, but that's what I'm trying to say. No matter how.
Sir, unless people don't watch your music videos, and no, they're not going to know that. But if people actually watch your music videos and actually watch it to the end, we see how you prep and we see how you get it all together and how you creatively bring it up. Like, we see that. We see that. I wish you would stop doubting and thinking that we don't know. We know. We see it. Not everybody. For those that aren't fans, probably not. But for your Jackies, we know.
How
You know, but
professional.
I don't know. I just feel like it's you have so many talents and you still have such a great like. I think this is the thing. You're smart. Like not only are you an artist and you're an athlete, but you're also smart. Like you,
Very fucking intelligent.
Thanks, man.
right?
Very
it requires
intelligent.
that to lead a team and to have a company, multiple companies, and to be the director of those things.
Yes.
And so, if you put your head and mind to it, you would be able to do whatever it is in Korea that you like. I think it's so like yeah. I mean, context is so important, and in that context, it was like they're kind of like harassing you.
No, but
In a
it's
way.
fine because, and whoever that was asking that wasn't even Korean.
Oh really?
Hey man, you know what you just don't know what
Yeah.
this is anymore. You know, that's what, you know, that's why I think, you know, all these popularity and this fame shit is bubbles.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. Like one day some other random shit happens and boom.
It's so fucking stupid, bro.
You know, so I'm like, hey, it then. You
Yeah.
know, like, I'm just gonna be me. If you like it, you do.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't.
I think. I mean, look. I feel like it's hard. Like we're at this point in the world where people don't understand context.
He's very relatable. I definitely can see why you say that. Cause he just like, what the fuck? Like, what did that person expect him to say? And then on top of that, like, the fact that he did say that is like, that was probably his genuine reaction to what the fuck. Like, why would you ask me why I'm not speaking Korean? Like, nigga, yeah, I can speak Korean, but that does not necessarily mean that I am Korean, bitch. I'm Chinese. Like, I'm pretty sure that's probably what went through his fucking head. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, yeah.
Context and nuance.
That's why, you know, editing power or whatever, you know.
It's wild, and
Yeah.
I just think it gets so crazy, and you're like, that's not. Think. But a lot of people just don't, and they can't, and it's just
No.
whatever's easy and what's best to them, and however it's edited.
When I say critical thinking, and oh, what's the other word? Oh my god, critical thinking. Oh my god, Jess, I can't think of the fucking word right now, but people lack it. Common sense, critical thinking, just none of it exists for some people. Like where like, I know I'm lacking in a lot of things, and I don't always have it, and I don't always get things. But like when it comes to video games, and it's like a certain mechanic that needs to be done, or that is simple. But then when other people struggle with it, it pisses me off, bro, because it's just like, to me, it's just like, it's so simple. All you gotta do is this. But for other people, it's just so fucking hard. It pisses me off. I can't. I try not to, though.
And it makes me a little bit, honestly, concerned about the future of the world, because if we're not able to think and read and understand what's good and what's wrong, or what is intended, like we just end up everybody screaming at each other.
Exactly, but imagine that if I don't even know, like, after this, it's been what, like 4 years right now, 5 years?
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, so I was even asking my team, hey, do I address this? And then they're like, oh, it's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And even 3 years ago, I thought, like, it's random as
Yeah.
And why would it be a thing?
Yeah.
Right? And it was just what you got, like 7-8 seconds of this, and oh, this is the narrative.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but it's fine, you know, I accepted it. It is what it is.
His elbows are so fucking pink.
Well, I mean, you're killing it everywhere. And I think if you want to do stuff in Korea, as you are, you have to pick and choose your battles and what you really want to invest time and energy into. And so I think thinking about, and also you're at a place where if you wanted to make something from zero, you could. You could.
I don't know.
You could.
Maybe I'll make an SNL parody of what happened.
He's so fucking stupid, bro. I think he's too far out of the box now to conform into a Korean caged ideal. Yes. But I believe what he's trying to, well, what we both understand probably more than likely, is that he wants to be in the Korean market as far as like a solo artist, because that's where he started as far as like as an artist. Goddamn. But it's like how you're also saying, like, he's too far out of the box for it, that he doesn't even know where to start, because it's like everything is like how it already is, and he's already been through it. He's already been through it as a GOT7 member. So to do it as a solo artist, it's like, which direction do I even go to even start this off, kind of thing. Like, I can't see him having to watch his language and opinions not after being free to express himself for so long, because he be cursing up a storm. He is like a badass kid that just learned how to curse. He's a badass kid that just learned how to curse. No bullshit.
Like, yeah, this is not where I was trying to go, but as a friend and as a fellow Asian, I look at the stuff that you're doing and it makes me so happy and proud. And I mean that in the most genuine way.
Hey, thanks, man.
Because it's taken a long time for Asian faces to be in a place where we can say we're selling out things, we're creative directing things. We're the face of this, that, or the other. And you have really paid your dues from being the absolute trainee, going through the entire process to setting it out on your own, and being at a place where you don't even have your own manager and you can kind of set your own.
I
your
am
goals and
struggling.
You're not
I'm just
struggling.
kidding.
You're doing
No,
well.
I think
And I mean that.
mentally I'm in a way better space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's and I feel that when I'm talking, like, cause even the random times I just call you, I remember like when I saw you a few years ago, and I was actually like concerned about you, you know. So I don't know if you remember, but I would like just randomly call, like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, you got yeah.
But you're good. But you're good.
Now I'm good.
Yeah.
You just look at the faces of my team right now. Look,
Wonderful people.
like very amazing people.